Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Age of Vikings mod for the Age of Charlemagne pack for Total War Attila. We've had a rebellion in the north. The Northumbrians have rebelled against the Danelaw. So the Vikings, or the Danes, are going to have to try and retake the city. But they're attacking by land and by sea today, so this is going to be an epic fight. Myself and Overkill are playing this battle. This is a battle replay. I am playing as the Vikings and Overkill is playing as the Northumbrians. So, we actually did this battle about 4 times until we got to a point where it was balanced for us, kind of balanced enough. As you can see, it's still in my pack. I do still have the advantage technically with that balance of power, but you're going to see in this battle that doesn't mean squat. So, as you can see, I'm trying to take out the towers because towers are incredibly OP. Oh my god! So a civilian has somehow got in the archers, and he's taken them on. Okay, well this isn't how I was going to start the video, but we've got to see how this finishes. And as we're in slow-mo, it's fine. We're not going to miss much else at the minute. Go on, son. Get him. Stab him. Go on, you just say axe, man. Kill that bastard. He's just... I think they're all in disbelief that oh no, there we go. Yeah, they lost their patience. Well, anyway, let's click play because we're about to have a charge. Vikings are going in. And the typical screenshots incoming. Was that a good enough one? I don't know. Let's take another couple. My obligatory apology. So as we can see, they're holding off the coast here because they're going around for a flanking attack. Now, I'm surprised that the Northumbrians chose to rebel as they've been soundly beaten by the Danes time and time again. So hopefully we're going to show them never to mess with Vikinger. And if you can hear banging, then it's just people walking around upstairs again. I thought I'd picked the perfect time to record. It's like 8 AM in the morning. I've been up since 6 and I went to the gym because I couldn't sleep. So, yes. I figured it'd be nice and quiet, but unfortunately not. So, Northumbrians have a fairly defensive position. Let's take a little look at their roster while we're just going through this. They've got select spearmen, third archers, thanes, some third spearmen, fjord, thanes, select, fjord, axemen, fjord, archers, thanes, royal companions, some more archers, some more thanes, and select spearmen. So this is a strange number of thanes that they've got in the battle. That's a lot of those style of troops. And the general is royal thanes. So there we go. And I am bolstered with some axe herdmen. Lots of axe herdmen. Berserkers here. Berserkers. Armoured archers. Then we've got some housecarls. The onager. And we've got some berserkers going into the battle here. As you can see, fighting on the front line. The Northumbrians are doing a good job of holding at the minute, so we'll see if they manage to keep my forces back again. So let's go in for the charge here. That guy's just like, I've made a mistake. I have completely made a mistake here. Yep, and it's just getting pushed back. So, I don't want to miss the landings, which I have. But as you can see, my men have dismounted. We're swarming up from the beaches. The ranks and the ranks of Vikinger, ready to defeat the rebellion. This is Danelaw now. It doesn't belong to you, sirs. Well, you may live here, but we rule. The Vikinger rule. And my ships are just about docking over here, and they're about to sail away, and then we have a couple more units to go in. So let's take a little look at the situation. So I saw Overkill going over here, so I actually formed a boar snout to try and charge through their line. And in a minute we're just marching, and as you can see he's trying to get around my flank, But I think I'm going to get this one in before he happens to... There we go. So as you can see, we actually just charged straight into the middle of their line, and devastation is being wrought upon them. Oh my god! Berserkers are going absolutely mental. So the Berserkers are actually surrounded, but they're not going down. Okay, so the fight over here isn't going too badly at the minute. I mean, we're taking out the select spearmen. My Viking raiders are losing men. I was really hoping to take out that tower. And the fire damage is increasing now. Over here, looks like just a bloody battle is occurring. Northumbrian rebellion, though, seems to be being slowly pushed back further into the city. So it seems like the Danelaw have actually isolated this rebellion before they can actually, I guess, spread out and try and raise more men to the cause. So I've already routed one unit of Fjord. So the other unit should probably fall to these Berserkers here. At least I hope they would. So the lighting looks freaking gorgeous. Pardon me, excuse me. The lighting looks really gorgeous today. I do love it when Attila actually produces this kind of lighting. I didn't really like it in the base game. I found it a bit too dark. So this is really nice to see. Okay, let's have a look at the situation on this flank here. So the Fjord are being taken out. Oh, he's committed feigns. So they've gone berserk. And I imagine they're just going to destroy these guys. Any who pose resistance will fall to the berserkers. And we're starting to push in on this flank here. Looks like that my men were starting to push through the spearmen. However, now they're going up against thanes. They're going to have a bit more, well, a bit more trouble here. So these guys, the heavy raiders, are having to go up against the thanes again. There's only one unit though, and there's 2 units of Viking raiders. I'm not really sure where the ambush was coming from, but it looks like I completely forgot about my berserkers. So I don't know if there's their blood or the enemy's blood, but they're taking a lot of fire from those 3 units of archers there. Over here, having to commit archers to the fight now. It's really just a delaying action, I guess, in the hope that he can take out the remainder of my kind of troops on this flank here. So I start firing down into his Fjord axemen. So my berserkers actually get routed from the field. So he used a lot of his ammo to take out those guys. We've actually burnt his settlement to the ground. Well, I say that 6%, which results in a -1 morale for all the units. So his general's gone into the fight here, so he must be pretty desperate at this stage. But really, it could still be anyone's game. We're about even in terms of numbers. I do outnumber him by like 100 men at the minute, but they're going down quickly. My axemen on this flank seem to be getting screwed over by the thanes. I have, however, I was going to commit another unit to the fight here. I think I forget about that. Jeez. Aren't I a forgetful one? So he manages to get his axemen into my archers, which I wasn't too happy about. So I'm going to send my general in, the Housecarls. 2-handed axe infantry. And it looks like they're going to rout. So they're actually routing my axe herdmen here. And they're routing my units over here as well. So it's not going well for me at this stage in the battle. It really is anyone's game. But kudos to Overkill for Yes, like staying on the edges of the settlement, not withdrawing too far up here, because that would have been a pain for me to take. I don't think I'd been able to take this. So the civilians are just like, yeah, we're not involved in this rebellion here. We don't really want anything to do with it.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
So just as my men were out, I managed to get another unit in, which is a shame that I didn't get them in beforehand. Okay, so we're going to have a bit of an archer war now. Have to see who wins. Some axe herdmen are going around here. So I'm just trying to make sure this flank holds for as long as possible, because I'm trying to just beat the remaining units on this flank. And it looks like my archers are probably going to finish off his. Yeah, these are very light bows compared to my armoured archers. They do have the advantage there in the armour. So very poor armour, whereas mine have excellent armour. So, yeah. As you can see, they're starting to just rack up the kills there. Over here, I send my general in to the battle. Hopefully going to take out the remaining Thanes here. Committing whatever he can. And, yeah, so over here, my naval invasion isn't going too well. So he's actually beating back most of my naval invasion. Over here, again, not going amazingly. I am getting my axe herdman in to try and, you know, do some damage to their general, but he sees that and kind of counters my charge. Berserkers are still fighting. Only 9 left. What are they up to? 170 kills. But over here, we finally made progress on this flank. So with 5 minutes to go in the battle, as you can see, the balance of power is just, it's even at the minute. I do outnumber him, but it's mainly with archers at this point. Like, I don't have that many infantry units left. So he routed my axes here. Over here, he's just finishing up, Overkill's just finishing up my naval invasion, which is a right pain in the buttocks. Because I was hoping he wouldn't really commit too much to that, but he's committed a lot more than I'd anticipated. So, units starting to go around here. If I can get my general in and get like a rear charge on some of these guys, then that'd be great. So he's got his royal companions in the battle, as well as the royal thanes. These are triple gold chevroned, and these are triple silver chevroned. Whereas I think my general, 2 bronze. So our archers are still having a little bit of a melee here. But I'm going to get some units round as well, so my berserkers are going to get round this flank. So it's general on general at this point. But everyone's pretty tired. But we do have the advantage of the 2-handed axes, which has caused devastation along their front line, and is still causing that now. So at this stage I was still pretty scared, although as you can see, we've taken out a lot of the Royal Thanes and the Royal Companions are falling at a good rate. However, starting to get the unit of Thanes in to help support his units. But at the same time, I'm getting my Berserkers around. So really, whoever takes out the General at this point is on track to win. Come on, Berserkers. Go in, go in, go into the rear. So my Berserkers are falling into the rear here. Hopefully that'll do some good damage. And they've devastated the Royal Companions. They're starting to waver. And we've got another unit of Berserkers coming in. We've got the Archers just going into the fight as well. I was desperate at this point just to finish off the General before he can get his reinforcements in. And I send a unit of Axe Herdmen to delay. As you can see, they're shattered. There we go. So they rout my unit of Axe Herdmen here. But we do have Berserkers and my General of Housecarls But at that stage, unit losing, combat even, unit winning decisively, and their general is starting to rout here.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
So he just manages to... I just managed to take out his general before he gets the unit of Thanes in. But I also get a charge in. Oh my god, look at that! That's just a badass move by that Thane. 2 minutes left to go in the battle, and as you can see, the balance of power is starting to go in my favour now. I was still pretty scared. Because he does still have a few units, but if I can just hold on here, I do have 2 units of Berserkers. And that unit of Thanes starting to perish. Got another unit of Thanes coming in there, but they're all exhausted. All of his units are exhausted. I think all of mine are pretty much exhausted as well. Are very tired. Fresh. The Berserkers are fresh. Crumbs. Just finishing off that unit of Thanes. And as you can see, I did actually chase down his general with my archers just to try and finish them off completely and get that morale penalty in. So they're starting to rout before they can even get to me. They're like, nah, 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 nah. Oh, wait, but they're kind of routing into me. Okay, so we'll just speed this up now because it's pretty much... Oh yeah, I formed boar snouts as well. I do love that move. Originally that was designed to punch through a shield wall, so, you know, I'm not really using it in the way it's meant to be used, but at this stage it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that the Berserkers can finish off the Thanes. So we'll just speed it up, and a Pillock victory to me. So let's take a little look at the unit results. Good game to Overkill. As you can see, my Housecarls got 318 kills. Berserkers did some decent damage. Even the archers did well. All my units did pretty well across the board. His archers didn't do that great. His axes didn't do that great. Neither did his spearmen. But his Thanes and I think Royal Companions were the real killers in that battle. Where are the Royal Companions? 194 kills, 221 kills. As you can see, a lot of his men were silver chevroned. I only had bronze chevroned. So yeah, very good battle. And that's that, really. Unless you've got any questions, but I can't answer them live. So, until next time, everyone, I bid you a very, very good day.